It's prom season at Attaway General, the hospital run by TikTok stars, where patients can never tell if what they're experiencing is teenage heartache, pre-dance butterflies, or just the starts of a bacterial heart infection that they got all because a 14-year-old changed their bandages with active-length acrylic nails. Today we're looking at the final 2 episodes of Attaway General's first season, which leaves us with some genuine, though very brief, moments of authenticity, unprecedented medical neglect, and a dance flashback that will leave you appropriately jaundiced. Stay tuned for an Attaway General season finale of Clip Breakdown, baby. Hello, television viewers. My name is Nick, and I'll be your doctor this morning. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel for another installment of Clip Breakdown. This is the playlist where we dive into our favorite movies, TV movies, YouTube videos, songs, things that I like, music, media, everybody's dancing, and we break it up into little tiny clips to see what is it that makes this so bad. Can we figure it out as a group? Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark, the surfiest shark service ever. And today I think we have plenty to look at. Episode 7 is called Prom. That's exciting. And episode 8 is called Going Under. That's scary. But before we get into it, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see even more clip breakdowns just like this. But most importantly, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right down here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload 2 new ones every week. Turn on notifications and you'll always be the first to know. I've got merch. Check out the first 3 episodes of my Attaway General videos in the links below. I'm on one this morning. It's like 7:40 on a Friday. Daddy's ready to party. That's my impression of an alarm clock. Also, I don't call myself daddy. I'm the little boy in the situation. Ooh, too much talking. Let's look at this TV show. Someone mentioned this in the comments, and now I know for a fact that Attaway General uploaded episodes 6 and 7 out of order because we ended episode 5 with that little boy's grandpa going down with the heart attack, and then the next episode we didn't talk about that at all. Also, there was a little disconnect between Georgia and Holden's back and forth. So anyway, we're picking up here where episode 5 left off. Just bear with us. It doesn't end up being that big of a deal because this show's writing is so thin.
Somebody help him, he's dying!
We're doing everything we can for your grandfather, I promise.
Why are you panicking, little boy? You can see I've got our coziest Afghan on his thighs. Like, that's our first line of defense against sudden cardiac death. If you remember, Rosie's been acting a little off the first few episodes because she's had childhood brain cancer, so, you know, weakling.
Are you okay, Rosie? You don't look too good.
Richie Rich over there ran from Rosie's vomit like she was an active shooter. He said, let me get out of the splash zone real quick, because I don't know what kind of brain cancer is making you nauseous. That shouldn't even be a part of it. I'm just kidding, I'm sure that that's a part of it. My brain controls my stomach. It always tells me I want sweethearts. You already know that Kit is all up in, what's his name, Jack's business, because Jack is like acting crazy. Every 2 minutes, Kit's more like, seems like you might be going through something. Yeah, low reading retention, that's what he's going through.
How many hours of sleep have you been getting?
You're doing it again, Kit. I'm not your patient.
I'm just trying to help.
Whatever.
Kit is the Carrie Bradshaw of Attaway General in that she's always writing things down and she annoys the hell out of me. Comment below if Carrie was your favorite character in Sex and the City, because she was my least favorite. I'm team Samantha. I'm team Cynthia Nixon, 100%. This woman is my idol. Georgia is tending to her old patient.
Not everyone appreciates my sense of humor, especially my dad.
If he has any brains, he'll come around. I'd take a daughter with some pluck over any of my senseless kids.
Yeah, I bet they're idiots. Anyway, here's your bowl of precarious orange liquid that you can hold in your lap. It's scalding hot, so just hold it with your bare hands. Thank you, sir. For that joke, I used orange sparkling tonic from Olipop. Kit and Holden are just letting things settle after they shared a kiss in the last episode, I think.
How can you be thinking about prom?
If you saw how good I looked in a tux, you'd be thinking about it too.
What motivated that sudden look to the left, Holden? I promise there's no one out your window that's gonna help make your charisma come through better on screen, so maybe just stay focused on the person you're working with. Suddenly thought he was talking to a group of people. He was like, yeah, guys, we can do anything if we just go to prom. Kit's like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't be messing with his morphine valve so much. That old guy that Georgia's feeding soup is like all about her. He's like, you're a real firecracker. And she's like, Sorry to Dixie D'Amelio. Friday. Do you think I can touch this leaf with my elbow? I love these plants so much. Look guys, this is chamomile, but I watered it one too many times and now it decides to die. It also might be too cold out, so there's lots to learn. I don't know. Let me know if you are a tea growing individual. George is hanging out with the old guy when friggin' Will comes in, this guy with his blue jacket.
From the third years, if there's anything I can do.
Third year? What kind of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is this hospital? That old guy's like, yes, you know what you can do? You can take those 6 balloons and sit on them one by one and act all scared when they pop. That will be nice. Ballooners. Ballooners, ballooners. Everybody wants to get there sooner. George is trying really hard to convince her patient that it's not that big of a deal. He just had a cardiac event.
If I can offer you a bit of deathbed advice.
Stop saying that. You just had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, Georgia. See, your heart is the organ that pumps blood all throughout your body, so it's not good when it's attacking him.
Life is short, too short to waste precious hours with those who don't bring you joy.
Okay, well, here's some quick feedback. I think your deathbed advice might be trademarked by Marie Kondo. Also, can we get a second pillow for Grandpa here? My neck hurts just looking at him. It feels like they have the camera at a strange angle to make this an over-the-shoulder shot. Kit and Georgia are outside. I just noticed George has been wearing the same pair of jeans for this entire series, so they might have really shot this in like one day. Is that possible? It has to be multiple days, but not too long. Couple weeks maybe, 1 week. For lunch, Kit and Georgia are both having orange peels, and I was actually annoyed because they start to have like some real moments where I'm like, ah, they seem like they're friends, and it's already the end of the season.
Is there something we could do?
I need your help.
Are you plotting?
I'm plotting.
How could I say no to Kit's first plot?
Congratulations, ladies, episode 7, and we finally get some chemistry between two characters that's beyond just like them converting oxygen to carbon dioxide. In this scene, there is respiration plus acting. Love that for us. It goes into a montage of Georgia and Shmorja doing their thing, trying to make decorations. This man just had a heart attack, Georgia. Do you think maybe you can color your poster not on his catheter tube? Georgia hands out invite to the AGH prom. Also, little bit of world building here. You can see that Jack's looking at a video called Mental Health in You Part 1. Is he doing some self-improvement? He Googled what to do when you're born without a personality.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Google just literally answered my question. It's the future. Mama, we're living in Spacetown. Judy Jetson just walked by and gave me a $1 bill. You guys, it's finally Attaway General Hospital prom night, and it seems like kids are really enjoying it, to the point where they no longer have diseases.
This means the world.
Wow, the power of high school dances just made Holden strong enough to walk. If we can get him to just send one Snapchat, he should be completely healed in time for football tryouts. Before we go any further, I'd like to say thank you once again to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Like everybody, I'm using my home internet connection more than ever, so I really need the best security I can get. Surfshark is a VPN service that helps encrypt the data that I send out on the internet so that people can't trace it back to me, either websites or hackers or any other bad actors. And I'm not talking about the kids of Attaway General. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, which means I can virtually browse the internet from other locations around the world. This is great because a lot of streaming services restrict content based on the country you're in. For example, I'm obsessed with Drag Race, but they do not have it on American Netflix. I've seen other people use VPNs to switch over to the UK Netflix site, which has all seasons of Drag Race. When I've seen this advertised before, I thought it would be too complicated or hard to use, but it was literally the most simple thing I've ever done. And now I'm a little surprised that I didn't do this earlier. By using my link in the description of this video, along with my promo code NDR, you are going to save 83% off this service. That works out to being just a couple dollars a month, plus Surfshark will throw in 3 months for free, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee so that you can be sure you're making the right choice for your internet security needs. Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into the hospital of it all. I've mentioned before how I wished that Attaway General had just taken the extra time to make this a meaningful medical drama where they bring in teen issues or real-life medical events just to, you know, kind of embrace the subject matter that they've set this whole thing in. And I feel like this would have been a great opportunity for that. If you're gonna throw a prom for sick kids, can't you acknowledge that these kids are sick? Like, they're all jumping around like this is Tweety Bird's fashion festival. That's not a real thing, but I feel like it would be some sort of fun party for children on a like alternate universe Looney Tunes cruise ship that I would never want to go on. Cruise ships, great place to die. It feels like this is more of a dance for for the teen interns than anyone. Why couldn't they have made it like, oh, we really want to do something special for all of the patients in the hospital, so we're doing our own special prom, and you know, they could actually have extras come in who are kids who are cancer survivors or are differently abled. This is what I would have done. I think that would have been really interesting and touching. I would have been like, oh my goodness, Georgia and Kit are both growing little souls inside their A-cup bras. Don't say that. Don't say that, Nick. Why? Jack and Kit have a little moment here that I think is pretty nice too.
I did some research, and I think you were right. I do need help.
You can manage this, Jack. You don't have to feel weird. I'll help you get help.
Thanks, Doc.
Queen of supporting your friend's mental health. Hear ye, everyone. Kit has decided not to be annoying for the last 2 episodes. Come on, where was this energy from episode 1? We love a redemption. I'm actually here for Kit's character arc because I'm like, she's not being super medical here. She's not diagnosing him with ADHD, which is probably where they're headed with it. Oh no, where did all these coffee splatters come from? Hear ye, everyone. Why? I'm gonna use my shirt for that. She's actually just supporting him and being like, I'll help you get help. It's not that big of a deal. It actually has like a really mature, I think, responsible way of showing mental health for a kid's show. So more of this. Bring up the volume on the real life messages. Turn down the bass on this TikTok dancing in the hallways. Give this kid a couple lessons in how to open his mouth wider, and we're cooking. Nina confuses me because I thought she was supposed to be a full-grown adult in this piece, like who worked at the hospital, but I guess she's still just like a really old volunteer.
You've come a long way since we met, kiddo.
I remember when you were cracking me up when you were going through chemo.
I hope I can be as good of a volunteer as you are one day.
Nina was a volunteer when Rosie was going through childhood chemotherapy like 10 years ago. How old is she? Does she need money? If you've been volunteering at a hospital for 10 years and they haven't given you a low entry-level paid position, there's something wrong. There are some labor laws at serious risk here. Georgia runs back up to tell her friend, what's his name, Mr. DuPont, about all of the fun she's having at the dance.
I didn't get a shake, but Where's Mr. DuPont?
Well, have you heard of this thing called dying yet? Nurse Sandy is like, oh, unclench your jaw, sweetie. Nobody feels bad for a girl with man face. I'm just kidding. She does not have a man face. Her expression looks really pained here. She like put all of her acting into her back molars pressing together and thought like, does this read as sad? It reads as like you had a caramel apple recently to me. Back at the dance, finally, someone with some sense comes in and is like, wait, what's going on here?
Cut the music, now! Nina, how could you let this happen? Holden is having open heart surgery tomorrow, and you've got him dancing around.
Tanya's getting her colon removed tomorrow. You've got her eating bean dip, while Joey, the hospital's youngest amputee, is swinging from the rafters like a piñata. We got some real party chaos happening here. I love how the dad makes only good points as the doctor of someone who's pre-op, and then Georgia's like, you snitched. It's like, why are you trying to make the dad seem like the bad guy here?
Such a snitch!
I was just coming to the party. I didn't say anything to him.
You're such a liar!
Rosie?
Rosie, are you climbing onto that table to do a fun dance routine? Don't get fruit punch on your white pants. Y'all, Rosie just stumbled. Something's up. We gotta figure it out, but the episode ended. That's a cliffhanger, baby. Good thing for us, we got one more episode to get into. This is episode 8, Going Under. It picks up right where we left off. Rosie is dying fast.
She has an infection in her brain, and that's causing a high fever.
Okay, well at least we know what it is, so I can finally finish the caption for this TikTok. Georgia continues to be unaware that her dad is an ER doctor.
At least a week later, that's gonna be better. I don't want to back up surgery. There's already a lot of things going on that
Dad,
week.
can we talk?
Not now.
Please.
Well, she said please and there was a music cue, so tell all my surgical patients they'll just have to die for the day. Georgia and her dad have like their most heartfelt conversation ever right here in front of the receptionist. She's like, okay, maybe take this outside of where people are bleeding.
Why do you think I brought you to this program? So I could protect you, so I could spend time with you.
You barely even acknowledge me.
I've got my eye on you. That's why I stepped in with Will. Look, he's a promising student, but he is immature in so many other ways, Georgia.
And when your mother left, I promised her that I wouldn't let you settle for someone with weak dick game. Every day I look at your baby picture and I say, this one is for the boy with the booming system. Nina is in serious trouble for having let the teen volunteers throw a party with all the patients, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. It makes sense to me. Good. She should be in trouble.
What happened with Dr. Henry? Jack told me.
Don't worry about that right now. Regardless of what they decide, you've inspired me.
I can't imagine this program without you.
If you can face adversity with that much courage, I can face whatever.
Well, whatever happens, it's been a real pleasure watching that single tear crawl from out of your eye into the corner of your mouth. I'll never forget that. In this next clip, Will is basically begging for Georgia back, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. With your hair sticking up and sticking out.
It's more complicated than what I already told you.
I know that he told you to leave me alone, and I know that you listen.
I wish I didn't.
Me too.
Will tonight on his Instagram. Don't lose the girl of your life for the hoe of a night. Lovequotespics.tumblr.com. Meanwhile, Holden is just about to go in for his heart surgery. Are you scared? You should be. His heart is messed up.
You okay?
I am. There's waves of panic, but I feel more resigned to my fate than anything else.
Is there someone with a gun in the room making you say that? Because that sounded like something written by an adult in their memoir about terminal illness. Yeah, let's make a teenager say that. We read it on Wikipedia, so bleh. I think a lot of it is in the delivery as well. Like, if you're an actor and you're given a line that's something you would never say, the whole point as an actor is that you have to make it make sense for your character.
Hey, I wanted to tell you something.
Yeah?
Hello, Holden?
Hey, babe.
I thought I missed you, but they said I could pop in.
No worries. I was just about to tell Kit here that once they remove my heart tumor, we've decided to raise it as our own baby. Bella, always running in at the worst moment. Like, you couldn't make it here before 2 minutes before surgery? Like, take the day off school. He's about to have his heart cut with an X-Acto knife. Where they're about to go under, I'm like invested.
Now count backwards from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Okay, but why the literal last episode do they have me at the edge of my seat? I'm like, oh my god, they're counting down and they're doing a camera slide? That looks very Grey's Anatomy to me. So they finally hit the mark at literal episode 8. Things are wrapping up here at Attaway General. We're figuring out who lived, who died, and who's looking back with yellow eyes.
It's gonna be fun.
There's something wrong with your flashbacks. They seem to be the color of hepatitis. What is this yellow filter they put over it, and can we get rid of it? Is this their way of being like, if you've made it this far, then by now you have liver damage? Billy Rubin. So we don't know what's up with Rosie. We just know that she's still in surgery, but it's time for Georgia and Kit to face the music for their hospital party.
Is it Rosie?
We don't know yet. But the board is ready for you in Georgia.
Both Georgia and Kit were executed by firing squad 2 days later. But I hope not, because I want Attaway General Season 2, baby! I think a few videos ago I said that this was shot in 2018. I don't know why I thought that. This was released like 5 months ago at the beginning of the year. So, yeah, we need Season 2. I get that these kids are no longer in the same couples, but let there be a time jump. You know, it's like, oh, Attaway General, well, whatever, it's different now. Now I'm with him and he's with her. I don't know how they would shoot it. It'll be like a while, I'm sure, because they don't want to work on this kind of thing in quarantine, but who knows? Maybe if we can get enough like motivation behind it, Brat TV will have to give us Season 2. But speaking of Brat TV, let me know what videos I should cover for my short form clip breakdowns next. Brat TV has lots of shows like Chicken Girl. Someone wants me to do that, but let me know what you think. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see even more clip breakdowns just like this. But most importantly, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right down here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload 2 new ones every week, so turn on notifications and you'll always be the first to know when we have a new patient on the floor who needs new medication stat. You guys are all the greatest. Thank you for going under with me today. I will see you next time.